I'm not getting any sound.
From the stream?
From
Anything.
Like, I have the Twitch open.
Hey, everybody, let me know if you guys can hear the sound at all. R-Rev, thank you very much for that lurk.
I'm getting it.
Yeah, I think it's working. Maybe you've got Twitch.
You have to unmute your site.
Yeah. Okay.
Muted.
All right.
Because you were baiting while watching something like that, bro.
Technical issues averted. All right, everybody, welcome to Skeptalk Live, episode number 60. And for those of you who are having trouble with it, that's as many as 6 episode 10s, which is pretty impressive.
That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Did you just threaten me? I'm not sure what happened there.
All right, I'm your host, Udo, and with me tonight, I've got Tom. Tom, how are you doing tonight?
Pretty good. Got off work and done for the night.
Excellent. I'm gonna skip Jason for a minute because I know how his day went, and we're gonna ask him a little bit about it. Wes is with us tonight as well. Wes, how are you doing?
Good, just watching ads for free bits right now, just hanging out.
Nice.
Yeah, just got 50 biddies.
Yeah.
This is when you're high rolling. All right, and Jason,
Get it.
I know how your day went, but the stream doesn't know how your day went. So, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm a little tired today because I had a fucking spider crawling in my goddamn ear last night at 3 a.m. and keep me up. But it's out now. I fucking drowned that son of a bitch using peroxide in water. Oh, dude, it's dead. It's gone. It did not survive. But check this out. So this happens in the morning, and then like Rosie's like, babe, go to the doctor. I'm like, okay, I'll stop by the doctor. You're right. It's like the best thing that I should do. I get to work and I'm like, okay, I'll check in. Maybe I'll just go after work or something. Stop by urgent care. Boss is like, no, go there right now. You're on the university. We have our own hospital. Go check it out. So I was like, okay. So I go there and I'm like talking to the doctor, and the doctor's like, oh man, like I'm so excited. I get to tell you this story. I was like, all right. So like, okay, what does this mean? Like, why me? Like, what's happening? So he's like, during my early years in medical school, this old man comes in and he's just like, oh, like I hear spiders in my head, blah, blah. And like, he's from this nursing home, and these nurses came with him, and they're like, he's been saying that for like 3 days, but he's got dementia. So like, could you just check it out for him, make him feel like it's better? And then, we'll get him out of here. So he checks it out, and he looks into his ear, and not only is there actually a fucking spider in his ear, but it's a black widow, and it's resting on his fucking eardrum with a nest. It already made a web.
No.
Legit. Scary as fuck. The worst thing you could ever hear in your life. Anyway, they like poured in some chemicals, shit, out of magic solution, right? They just poured in magic, and like it just died, and they pulled it out. But I was like, why the fuck are you telling me this?
They checked you. They checked you for a nest, right?
Yeah, they checked it.
Don't worry, you only got a brown recluse in here. Okay, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
goddamn.
He straight stopped me from leaving to tell me that story. I was like, what?
It's
like, do you want me back in here?
Was this like an ex of yours that fucking hated you?
Yeah, right. I'm like, is this like, is the conversation that good that you want a return visit? Is that what you're saying?
He was making sure that you had a good time sleeping tonight. So
yeah, I was like, so I was already never sleeping again. Great.
Start wearing fucking stockings over your head to fall asleep. You're like, I'm afraid.
Twisty says that was the best part of that doctor's day.
One of your roommates just fucking tickles your earlobe with a feather while you sleep, and you just wake up fucking screaming.
There's an opposite of this conversation happening right now at that doctor's house with a couple of his buddies. right? So I told him
Right.
about
This dumb kid comes in,
Yeah.
right? I told him some fucked up story about a crazy guy and a fucking spider. Never happened. Fuck
exactly.
him.
All right.
So that was my day.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like we got quite a bit of a crowd forming here. Chata, Egger Cicada, Cultural Rogue, Twisty Top Hatter, Primal Lassie, Rev, a couple other people I haven't seen yet. But thank you guys very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Have a pretty fun show planned for everybody today. So let's get into it. Remember that this is a fair use talk show. And what we're doing here is criticism, parody, news reporting, and commentary. Sometimes you might even consider it scholarship, but that's if you're real weird. So,
Yeah. But feel free to give us grant money.
exactly. Oh, and Ramo's here. Excellent. Welcome, Ramo.
What a
Yeah, fuck
Ramo.
that guy.
If you'd like to help out the show, we always accept donations and bits and subscriptions and things like that. But if you don't want to financially add anything, you can definitely click this button that I just added to the chat here, and that'll pre-format you a tweet for your Twitter so that your twits can hear what you twat. So it will share what
Nice.
you're doing right now, and everybody else will be able to see what you're doing, possibly join us for the show. All right, so with that, let's get into news. Wait, it didn't play any fucking... Play it. Play it.
Beep, beep.
You better fuck.
I had to physically go over and press the goddamn play button. That's the first time that's happened in a while.
I'm not getting any sound. Is everybody else getting
Oh,
sound?
No,
On our side.
Yeah, I gotcha. Hey, fixed. So it'll be fixed from now. But everybody else heard that except for you guys. So
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. As long as they got to hear that.
It's
shit.
fuck ass, right?
yeah, it's
Because that was the
fixed
best. Yeah.
All right. So we've covered something very. This is going to be another theme for today. Something we've covered before, but for some fucking reason, it's happening again. So,
Thank God.
the Amritsar police on Monday have said that they're going to be investigating and X-raying a pigeon over suspicions of spying for Pakistan.
Where is this?
India.
Oh my god.
God damn.
As per the details,
Well, I mean,
go ahead.
they really don't want to spend money on cleaning up literal shit in their streets. They'd rather fucking pester
Yeah.
a bird.
Exactly, right?
As per the
God
details,
damn,
the police in Anjala, in Anjala town of Amritsar district, would have the bird examined to ascertain if it did have any gadget for spying embedded into its body, and to rule out the possibility of using coded messages. According to
What the
yeah,
Why this bird?
because
It's shitting in Morse code.
like
Yeah.
I can just imagine a couple of cops they're like, what are we gonna do today? And then a bird lands in front of their office, and they're all like, get him, you bastard
Yeah.
spy.
He's just fucking bored.
Yeah, we could address the terribleness of our country or pester a bird.
Let's actually make that scenario a little bit more realistic. So there's two cops shitting in front of the police station.
Their sergeant is just waiting for his turn. He
Yeah.
goes, hey, look, there's a bird. Fuck, get it.
Ramo says that I like that they haven't even scanned the pigeon and they're already blaming Pakistan. And Practical
Right.
Surrealist says
Clearly.
it was the Men in Black.
No. No,
I like
Surrealist, you're right. It's in Indian. It's Pakak.
Exactly.
It's a man in Pakak.
According to the Times of India, the pigeon has been found by Indian border security forces close to the border with Pakistan, and it was later handed over to local police for further probe. So they literally found a pigeon and have decided that it's a possible spy.
Is this
What the
pigeon
fuck?
still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Has to be.
How else are you gonna ask it questions, right?
Yeah, dude, you can't.
Waterboarding a pigeon.
Yeah. You get waterboarded.
Where are the drugs?
Cough
Exactly.
up your gallstone.
They went on to report to say that conveying of coded messages through the bird was not a rare occurrence in the Punjab side of the border. So apparently,
the fuck? Yes, it is.
Right.
I mean, like a homing pigeons, you just feed it the thing.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what are they homing on? They have to be trained to go somewhere. You can't just be like,
That's
fucking
true.
fly! Like,
Yeah.
Exactly. It'll find where it needs to go. It knows the motherland.
It turns out they're still shitting in the street.
Right.
The bird's just like, yep, I don't want to be here. Let's leave.
Nope, I'm done. Fuck this noise.
All right. So here's a McDonald's story. So an old woman was visiting a new McDonald's. One of the ones that had recently transformed into that you like order from the screen and shit now, right? Instead of talking to a person. So she had walked into the store, right, and then was going to use the toilet after walking about 5 minutes from the car park where they got to. She was going to use the toilet, then order. But the problem is that this new McDonald's, and this is something that may come to a lot of other McDonald's, has added coded door locks to their bathrooms. So you have to have your receipt with a special code on the bottom in order to use the restroom.
I see this going poorly.
Right. This went as poorly as you can imagine. So
She shit her pants.
Yeah,
She shit her
exactly.
pants.
She
She
shit
shit
her
her
pants.
pants.
Oh god, was this Tim Hortons part 2?
Well, no, she didn't get all mad and throw the poop at anybody, but she definitely was an old lady trying to, just have a good day.
Yes!
Yeah.
and
Yeah, it's humiliating, man.
yeah, she had to wait.
mean,
in
She's
line.
already walking into a McDonald's. I mean,
Right.
Oh.
She had to
You're
get
telling me
in,
it's a super fit old lady.
right. She had to get in line, right, and wait. And about 10 minutes so had passed that she had to hold herself. And but she apparently it turns out that quite a few children have been having accidents at this McDonald's. Right?
Blame the kids.
What?
Well, so everybody
How did this happen before and then not be
shit my
like, let's
pants
fix this?
I didn't shit my pants. That little boy shit my pants.
Yeah.
But so they send their kids out to the play place, right? And then the kids are all like, "Well, I gotta go." The kid's like, "Oh, gotta pee right now," right? And so the kid runs to the bathroom, finds out they need to put in a magic code, right?
Yeah.
And then they're oh no, and then they just pee themselves, right? So Ramos says, why didn't she ask any fucking customer for their code? Because she was probably real confused on how this works, right?
Yeah, she's old, bro. Come on.
Right, an old lady was just,
People are basically retarded.
Hey, I didn't say it this time.
I didn't say it this time.
It was implied. It
Yeah.
was implied.
Right. All right.
I say that as somebody who's going to be an old person very soon, and I'm already retarded.
Well, they didn't add.
Luckily, I'll sell you your Medicaid. Don't worry.
All right, and so here is an unfortunate story. This is a tale of when fake news goes as bad as it can. Right.
Awesome.
So Indian
Trump's election.
So Indian police have arrested 16 people after 2 men became the latest victims of hysteria over. Have you guys heard of WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
what the fuck even is WhatsApp?
it's just
It's a chat.
dumb social media chat program.
Okay.
Right? So apparently, one of the big problems is that it wildly spreads speculations and rumors easily with that app. It's kind of like it's the app that is as close to those stupid emails your aunt keeps sending you, right? That say forward funny joke I found, right? And it talks about how if you don't forward this on, they're going to eat your soul or whatever.
Turns out these guys actually started eating souls. It got weird.
Well, so these guys are actually they're dead because they were murdered by 16 people because the fact that they wandered into the wrong town that was all wired up because WhatsApp said that there were 2 child kidnappers in the area. So these guys were just right. These guys were just stopping to ask for directions in northeastern Assam when they were beaten to death by the large mob. There was rumors spreading about the fact that all across WhatsApp about child kidnappings, and they've already led to the deaths of 7 other people in the past month.
Jesus
fuck. Okay, so I have WhatsApp, right? I use it to talk with some people, mainly overseas that I've met through Twitch and like rooms I moderate and stuff. I've never gotten just a random message from somebody being like, these people are fucking beating up kids or doing weird shit. Like that's insane. But I guess over there it's like everyone has WhatsApp, right? And that they're all connected.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and there's all the stuff that, like we covered a story a little while ago talking about, India sending the word, people in India sending the word good morning over like 25 billion times in a month, right?
Just using up all the interwebs.
Yeah, they message a lot. And so what's happening is that somebody starts a rumor, that there's some like child kidnappers in the area, right? Then everyone finds out. Then everyone starts witch hunting, and 2 unfortunate souls wander into town to ask for directions. They were a digital audio or a digital artist, which is Abhijit, and then Nilotopal was a audio engineer. Right, so these guys are literally, just doing stuff and traveling, asking for directions, and then they were all of a sudden, just like Twisty Top Header says, like a horror genre social experiment. They were beaten to death by fucking villagers, right? Like they showed up with the wrong gas station. And Children of the Corn.
This is just like the social media version of like Pizzagate. That's all this is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not too
like,
far off.
It's more like inadvertent swatting. Like
conspiracy time,
swatting accident people.
Conspiracy time, though. The social media thing is just a cover for the fact that this is actually the setting of the village, and this was the yearly lottery to get good crops.
Wow.
All right. That's pretty good.
So it looks like
I've been seeing that in a long time.
Sorry, that was a fucking stupid joke.
Or these people fucking suck.
True.
Maybe.
Yeah. So what's fueling these rumors? Lots of people are asking. People are citing a video that is being spread on WhatsApp that purportedly shows a child being abducted. In Bangalore, where 2 people were killed last month, a local show BBC correspondent Dan Johnson on the video from his mobile phone. In it, 2 men on a motorcycle pull up to a group of children. One of them grabs a child and they ride off. But this video is not real. It's not even from India. And an unedited version of the video shows it is a child safety film from Pakistan designed to create awareness for children. But the last segment of the video, which shows one of the men holding up a sign that explains the incident, is edited out in the version that's being spread on WhatsApp. So
weird.
Wow. So it's essentially someone has created like viral murder propaganda that is being spread around on social media.
Oh god.
They just really like the movie The Purge and they're trying to make it a thing.
Yep. And part of the deal is that locals are starting to attack anyone that they see that is unfamiliar or cannot speak their regional dialogue.
Oh, dude, I'm going to show up with guns. Let's go. Let's do this.
A kind of a really, really weird, I'd call a related story. A few years ago, I more or less got into a fight with the internet and had some people try and dox me and tried to Google bomb my name to something that one of them whipped up calling me a pedophile.
Oh, dude, I've done that to people. I've never done that to anybody.
Yeah, it is just super weird.
Did it work?
No, they got bored of it pretty quickly because I did not poke the bear.
Right.
Oh, dude, me and you would have went the opposite way with that. I would have gotten fucked up. Like, I was like, "Fuck you, bitches! I didn't got no kids. You gotta kill your families, mainly your kids, just to prove I wouldn't touch them."
Just to prove I wouldn't touch.
So here's the deaths linked to the WhatsApp rumors. In April, a man in the southern state of Tamil Nadu was beaten to death by a mob after he was seen aimlessly wandering the streets. In May, a 55-year-old woman in Tamil Nadu was lynched for giving sweets to children. Police arrested 30 people because of that. A man in southern state of Andhra Pradesh was lynched for speaking Hindi, not the local language. A man in a neighboring Telangana was killed by a mob while entering a mango orchard at night. Another man in Telangana was lynched when visiting the village to see his relatives. A man in southern city of Bangalore who moved there recently was tied up with rope and beaten to death with cricket bats. And then a woman was lynched in Hyderabad. And they don't say why. But it definitely mentions that she's
are these all the same
woman.
country?
Yes, this is all India.
India is like so fucking racist. Jesus
Right.
Christ.
It's fucking crazy.
Even
They're just like, you don't speak English.
Right, exactly.
Except they say it like an Indian person, and they mean Indian speak.
All right,
I want to do it, but then I'm the racist. You know, it's like,
Clearly the racist.
you do not be here. Fuck you.
Right?
So the last time we did this show, I put the random fireside chats throughout the episode, and I think that worked really well. So we're gonna do it.
Yeah, me too.
So we're gonna start with Tom. What do you think is the best fast food, and what is the worst? Chat, feel free to play along.
I think for like, so my favorite like chain food, I would definitely say is Chipotle. I fucking love Chipotle. Actually, the picture you have of me holding my arms up in the thing was I lived in Southeast Idaho for a summer, and there was not a Chipotle within 100 miles. And on my way back to Oregon, Joy Marie, my wife, bought me a burrito, and I was holding it up and like cackling in happiness that I finally got my fucking burrito.
Huh. I was
So I definitely
that you
say
had poor
Chipotle.
taste. I'm just joking.
I was like, oh man, our
diarrhea.
faces when you said that.
The worst
shit.
fast food, I'd go with most of Jack in the Box.
Yeah, there it is.
Jack in the Box is just so greasy.
That's
It's just
No.
like, well, yes, yeah, I'll take the bucket of lard with my burger. Just
I literally just ate Jack in the Box.
I saw the cups.
I hate Jack in the I fucking hate Jack in the Box.
It's relatively mid grade to me because there's some way worse ones.
That's
all
fair.
right, Jason, what's the best fast food and what's the worst? Even if you think all fast
this
food
is
is worse,
pretty hard.
What's the best of the worst and what's the worst of the worst?
Okay, so I think I don't know if this is really my favorite, but it's my favorite that I can think of right now. I know there's something better, I just can't remember. You know what? God, I just fucking hate these words coming from my mouth, dude. But
what fast
I
food do you hate
think-
the least?
I think I hate Carl's Jr. the least.
Good
damn
man.
it.
Good man. Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah,
I
it's just
too like my
why?
burgers burnt and terrible.
Right?
So far, so
But
good.
No, they
Use
taste
real fire
right, but poorly.
instead of flat top. I fucking
You
hate
just said you ate Jack in the Box today.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting around to your picks, Uno, and then we can
Right,
roast
exactly.
you for it.
All right, and I know this is going to be controversial, and people are going to fucking cry, but Taco Bell's basically the worst fast food.
It's
I don't
pretty.
think I've ever eaten Taco Bell and, like, not shit my brains out.
Taco Bell for a short period of time was the best when they had the naked chicken tacos, but then they became the worst again.
Right. But it's been a while. Yeah.
Taco Bell is perfect when you want your food pre-digested.
Yes.
Oh.
It's like the Pedialyte of tacos.
Can I get your $5 diarrhea box, please? Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll just take a tortilla shell and just fill it with slurry.
All right, Wes, what do you think?
I'm a huge fan of, and we don't have one around here, so I think that helps. Of Popeye's chicken.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking love Popeyes.
Is good as fuck.
Their red beans and rice is ridiculous. So that's good. And then it's hard to say because I think burger for fast food just overall, like trying to think of the worst one. I mean, Arby's is, if they still had barbecues, I would be fine with them. But they don't. They don't have the barbecues. Yeah, and every time I eat there, I just get sick. Like just actually sick. Like I don't function the next day. It's like, oh, I'm super glad that I ate food poisoning. That's cool. I'm glad salmonella was on the menu, jackasses. That wasn't a gyro. That was a rat. Awesome. Well, yeah, so I'll probably have to go with I'll go with Ramo on this one, unfortunately. I would go with Arby's.
Unfortunately.
Arby's as just not good.
I gotta agree with actually Practical Surrealist. If you discount the ice cream, oh my god, Dairy Queen's food, it's like, I wouldn't say it's like offensive in any particular way. It's just like flaccid in every way.
They're like chicken strips that are like dunked in shit. Like those ones are actually really good. Like the spicy honey ones. If you haven't had those, try those. Otherwise, otherwise completely garbage.
Okay, I've never had that.
Their ice cream is fucking off the charts, though. Like,
so
whoever was sitting in a meeting and was like, yo, let's just shove as much fucking candy as possible into our ice cream. I need to fucking thank that man.
Right. Okay, so my picks, I'd have to say KFC is the best. Because
KFC was like, oh man, I agree.
And the worst is Sonic, because Sonic is fucking disgusting.
I've never actually had Sonic.
Good.
And again, their drinks save it for me. I will literally go to Sonic here for the slushies or for the fucking
fine. But, I mean,
Master Blast.
Right. But if you want to go there to eat food, it's the worst. Like their French fries are absolutely fantastically bad. Like
it's like a wet fart in a fucking potato.
In a potato.
Exactly.
I'm glad I sharded a potato.
Right, exactly.
Amazing.
All right, so from the chat here, we had Arby's is the worst. Period. We had little bit burger for the good. There's
that's good food fast. I'm not calling that fast food.
Yeah.
Well, and
there's no drive-through fucking window. Fuck you. It's not fast food.
I would have said before, like, because it's not really a thing anymore, as far as I know. Quiznos used to be my favorite fast food. Sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know why they all fucking died. I ate there all the goddamn time. They're like 1 billion times better than fucking Flapway, dude. Like, that place is terrible.
Yeah, or Shotsky's.
Right.
That place was fucking amazing.
Anyway, we got Dairy Queen being the worst thing. Ramos says they still have naked chicken tacos. They have naked chicken fucking something else right now, but not the normal tacos, or at least at the one that I'm at, right? And that literally was the only reason I would go there, is to get a Dorito taco and a naked chicken fucking taco, and then nothing else, because that shit's gross.
How are those Dorito tacos?
Good. If you like Doritos and cheap meat, dude, it's good.
I love Doritos, dude.
I want them to do the crunch wrap with the Cool Ranch shell in the middle. That would be fucking stellar.
I might have to revise my answer for worst.
What's that?
To Panda Express.
You shut your fucking mouth.
No, hey.
You shut your fucking mouth. Shut this man's camera off.
I love Panda Express. The problem is I love Panda Express, but every time I eat their food, I feel like I want to die.
What? I ate there like a couple hours ago. It's still delicious. Don't worry.
I feel like I've eaten like a lead brick, and it's just sitting in my gut, and I'm just like,
That's fast food, bro.
Yeah,
I don't get that with anything else. I have like an iron gut, and Panda, I'm just like.
Okay, here's the thing about Panda Express.
Oh.
There's only 2 ingredients: noodles
MSG.
and orange chicken.
I was gonna say
And you just
vegetable
eat
oil.
those things.
But no, the problem is I actually love Panda Express, but it makes me hate myself.
Angry Cicada
Yeah,
says that she hates Wendy's
life.
and that nothing good comes from there.
Hey, the Frosty Frosties.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
like their burgers. Shit.
The goddamn
Yeah.
bacon.
Baconator's awesome.
Fuck yeah. Get out.
You know what? But most of
Go
their
back to
stuff
America,
does
you
suck.
go.
Right.
Most of their stuff does suck. And my least favorite thing about Wendy's is that they serve you chili. It's like, yo, we know all the old hamburgers got put in there. Fuck.
Yeah.
You're not fooling anybody.
I had multiple people who worked at a Wendy's confirm that for me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I never
Yeah.
The
thought
way
of
they
that.
I've never even
rehydrated
incorporated
onions. They just had like buckets of dehydrated onions. Add water. That's not what you're supposed to do with those, you
Yeah.
sick sons of bitches.
Jesus.
All right. So we're gonna
Y'all nasty.
exactly. We're gonna move into the next story here. An Australian comedian known for impersonating North Korean leader Kim Jong-un said he was detained by Singaporean authorities on Friday and was questioned about his political views. So this guy did announce that he was going to go to the summit, right?
Yeah.
But he got stopped pretty hard. The incident came just days before.
Weird.
Right?
Probably a good thing. I feel like North Korea would have fired him into the sun.
Right, exactly.
Have you guys seen the video going around right now from last night when Trump and Kim Jong-un were going to take the picture
No.
together? Dude, Trump's like, oh yeah, we'll take this picture and it'll make us all look handsome and perfect. And then he looks at Kim and thin.
Wow.
And I'm just looking at this photo like, oh, it fucking worked.
Do you see the meme going around? It's like in dodgeball when you're down to the last 2 kids, and it's just them 2 standing there.
That's fucking amazing. Oh, shit.
The incident came just days before the city-state hosts high-stakes talks between the U.S. That was today, right? Earlier, right? In response to queries from the Straits Times and Immigration and Checkpoints Authority of Singapore, Lee was in the airport about 3:30 a.m. on Friday and was interviewed at 4:15 a.m. After completing the interview by 5, he was allowed entry into Singapore. As part of the immigration clearance process, travelers to Singapore may be subject to additional interviews and/or screening, and these procedures are conducted at all Singapore checkpoints, an ICA spokesperson said. The comedian, who goes by the name of Howard X, said that he was detained for 2 hours and questioned around 30 minutes when he arrived early morning in Singapore's Changi airport. They asked me what my political views were and if I had been involved in the protests in other countries. He said, adding that he was told to stay away from Sentosa Island and the Shangri-La, 2 areas that are designated for special events for the summit. They said, it's the Trump-Kim summit. You've come at a very sensitive time. Yeah, no shit.
You're welcome.
Kind of the point. You're
Comedy
welcome.
gold.
Right, exactly. Howard X was in Singapore late last month, posing as Mr. Kim Jong-un against a backdrop of the city's bay, which features sites such as the Merlion and the iconic Marina Bay Sands Hotel. He said he's planning to similar stunts for the purpose of political satire in the coming days, with this time in tow with Donald Trump impersonator Dennis Allen. He said he's not planning on attending any protests. So they've
Good
got
call.
other better things to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, like make fun of fucking Donald
better.
Trump and
Exactly.
Jong-un.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So, the taxi app company Uber has applied for a patent to use artificial intelligence to determine how drunk potential passengers just might be.
Oh, to charge them more.
Yeah, probably, actually.
Right.
Yeah. Damn.
That'd be good for business.
Yep.
Terrible for business. I wouldn't use Uber anymore. I'd go back to taxis.
You wouldn't know.
So the app,
If it's the same price for the Uber, yeah, I'm doing the Uber.
right. The app could also feed other information to the driver, including the passenger's location, how accurately they are typing, and even the angle that they're holding their phone. It could help drivers decide whether or not they want to pick up inebriated riders. But critics says it could also be used to identify vulnerable passengers. Mm-hmm. According to the application to the U.S. Patent Office. Oh man, if you want to guarantee a ride, you know you got some Uber creeps, right? You just hold it like you're drunk, and then fucking... It's all like, this person's very vulnerable, and you're all like, take me to work, you ride slave, right?
Right? This app is going to create a whole new kind of how to catch a predator.
Yeah.
Wow.
Every time I order an Uber, I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I want this guy.
According to the application
Oh
to the
my
U.S.
God.
Patent Office, the system would spot uncharacteristic user activity. Uber does not have the best track record when it comes to collecting data. In 2014, it was revealed that the company used a software program known as GodView to monitor real-time locations of customers and drivers. That, coupled with a data breach that exposed personal data of about 100,000 Uber drivers, made the company introduce tough measures to protect the privacy of drivers and customers.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
See, now I'm thinking of like all the situations it gets really weird.
Right.
Like someone's like, I'm gonna order an Uber and try to beat it here. You know what I mean? It's like, oh no, we
Uber
see what he's doing in his privacy.
Uber issued a statement saying, "We are always exploring ways that our technology can help improve Uber experience for riders and drivers. We file patent applications on many ideas, but not all of them become products or features." So this may not be.
I was really hoping they were launching Uber Vodka when you fucking posted that picture.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I was like, dude, they're like, here you go. I would call Uber constantly.
If you just, they had little fucking like mini fridges in the.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
The only
They're
problem
like,
is, isn't that
help you on your journey.
Isn't that open container laws, even if the driver's not drinking?
Yeah.
Unless it's separated. So if they like had glass like a cab, and like you sat in the back like New York taxis,
Dude,
then
that'd
it
be
would
dope.
be legal.
Then you could keep.
Right?
Then you could keep fucking. Oh yeah, hell yeah, that works. I like it.
How to circumvent Oregon law.
Gnarls Berkeley asks, "How the fuck do you use the stream currency?" Lower right-hand corner of the screen, you will see.
Amazing.
You'll see a.
Wes, aren't you Charles Barkley?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
But in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, you'll see a little Illuminati eye, and if you click on that, it'll give you the options on what you can do. Hey, thank you very much for that applause.
You're welcome.
Was that you?
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
I have like 1,500 of these things.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Give them all to Uno.
Well, they're not worth anything to me. They're only worth stuff to people. To me, they're just a show of appreciation. We got an audience applause from Grizzly as well. Thank you very much. But yeah, so Hotel Shit Your Pants. This is our next story here. So if you call the Water Tower Inn in St. Louis, Missouri, an automated voice will pick up the line and say, "Thank you for calling the Water Tower Inn. We are now permanently closed." But don't let that automated voice fool you, because there are still guests staying there, and they are probably feeling a little bit out of it. The Water Tower Inn in St. Louis is now part of St. Louis University's Salus Center, which is an extended stay research unit where volunteers can earn $3,500 to allow researchers to expose them to the flu virus and watch what happens.
Nope.
Right?
I'd do it. I'd do it.
I'd do it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
$3,000
I'm
for
not
the
gonna
flu?
lie. Yeah, hell yeah.
No.
Which flu are they giving you? Are they giving you the super murder flu or just normal flu?
Well,
I'm better than their flus. So
the best part, you can call into your regular job sick.
This is how Outbreak started.
Why is there not a boo? Why is there not a boo?
On purpose.
Right?
Yeah, that's why.
Boo.
Grizzly386 says they're testing new vaccines. It's like a 10-day test or something. Right. At Hotel Influenza, volunteers are exposed to either a placebo or a live flu virus, allowing researchers from...
You're rolling the dice.
Exactly. This is just a gamble with your health, right? Like
might be safe.
To study how the flu slowly overtakes humans. So you're going to stay in this place and you're getting the flu no matter what. It's just whether or not you're going to get it from the dude next to you or from the fake they gave you, right?
It's both.
Right.
Turns out they don't clean the needles. You also got AIDS. That's on you.
After about 10 days or until you're no longer contagious, the volunteers will be set free. And the architecture of this study represents the newest phase in trial methodology with complicated history, the Human Challenge Study, which is one of the few study designs in which researchers expose real-life healthy people to infectious diseases. Crazy as it sounds, the director of NIH's Laboratory of Infectious Disease Clinical Studies Unit tells people or the news that this method of study has been used for nearly 100 years, and it's not to say that it was not always as safe as now. In the last 10 years, we are seeing... Oop, I fucked that up. In the last 10 years, we are seeing... Yeah, hold on. The development of modern, healthy volunteer challenge trials at the highest levels of ethical and safety standards. So, it's a thing. If you live anywhere near this, you could go earn yourself a quick $3.5 grand, 10
Where
days.
is it again?
That was in Missouri, I think? Yeah, St. Louis, Missouri. At the...
Absolutely makes sense.
Water
I would
tower
actually...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Unironically, I'd do that. $3.5
I'll
grand.
point something out to you. A bus to Missouri from here costs about $12 because nobody wants to go there. So you could probably bus it all the way there and back and still make some money.
Make a quick $3.5 grand and leave.
It's $3.5 fucking grand. Like, that's a lot of money
and
to
then
pay. I don't know about y'all.
spread influenza to every state along the
motherfucking
way.
grad student. Like, I'm a broke fucking grad student. That sounds like a dream.
You should do this just to show them the fucking dangers they're creating.
And then just go be patient zero for a new flu outbreak as I go back across the country.
Hey, give me that bird flu. Yeah. That super contagious bird flu one. Yeah, what's up?
All right, we're going to start with Jason this time. Jason, if you had to choose two celebrities to be forced into a fight in a death match, and the winner would get the other person's popularity, who would the two be?
Wait, question. This is me fighting them?
No, two celebrities have to fight each other.
Okay, damn it. What are you talking about? Well, in that case, it's gonna go Reggie Watts.
Okay.
And Justin Bieber.
Okay. All right, I see where you're going here. Reggie could take
Yeah,
Bieber
because
pretty
whoever
easily.
wins, it's a win-win. Justin Bieber becomes way less popular and nobody knows about him. Or Reggie Watts becomes super fucking popular.
All right.
Beautiful.
All right, good choices. Wes, what do you think?
See, I took it a slightly different way. It's like it just adds the other person's popularity to theirs, so they get even more popular.
Right.
But that, however you want to take it, that's fine.
Yeah, the Highlander. Okay.
Dude,
I was gonna do a very
huge. I think that Jason's was a pretty safe bet in that case.
No, yeah, I was gonna do like Danny McBride and Justin Bieber because I want Danny McBride to become way more popular. Just
that's pretty good.
With young girls. You want Danny
McBride popular.
Sorry, you want Danny McBride to become popular with young girls?
With teenagers.
Yeah, what's up, bitches? Because he'd play it right. Yep. He'd do it good.
Play it right into a Me Too moment. That's exactly what I did.
He's like, pound me too? Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right, what do you think, Tom?
I don't fucking know, because I don't want to just pit somebody against Bieber again.
Right. Well, there's another one in the chat here. Steve Buscemi and Justin Bieber.
Dude, there's so many more that are terrible. Come
I know.
on.
It's just like, can I just pick anybody and Justin Bieber and call it a day?
You're like, no, like take like Danny McBride versus Northwest, the baby.
Can't there be somebody else that's equally as bad as Bieber? Or at least like, yeah, there's a whole band. There's a couple entire bands full of people like that.
Nickelback versus.
I mean, I was just gonna like say the unspeakable thing.
Yep. All right.
Silverchair, Nickelback, Creed, whatever you want.
Just put them all in a cage and kill them.
I've got Bobcat Goldthwait. And,
oh my God! Yes.
And
fuck
Gilbert
is that?
Godfrey.
Oh god!
Because there can only be one.
Yeah, I'm okay with that actually.
Fun story about Bobcat Goldthwait. You know that whole persona he had was all created because of how nervous he was in his first stand-up.
Yeah. Yep. I'd heard that before.
He was just freaking out on stage, and he just started talking like that, and he just kept it. Everybody loved it, so he fucking just ran with it for like 30 years.
Tom, because you said you don't know who that was, he's most famous from the Police Academy movies. So
Yeah!
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I Googled it. I was Googling him on my other screen and was just like, I heard the voice. I was like, I know that voice!
Exactly. But I think that there's just that they need to Highlander and become one, right? So
That's pretty fair.
All right. So serious-ish news. Did you guys hear about Proposition? What is it, 13 or whatever in the EU? Or is it? Yeah,
What's that?
Article 13. Article 13. So a new copyright law from the European Union could lead to the banning of memes on the internet. Campaigners.
Oh, I read about that.
Yep.
What the fuck?
It's not really the internet though. It's just the EU internet. Which,
Right.
let's be real, nobody fucking cares.
Right.
Shitty internet.
But if
They're not people.
some companies may dislike what's going on here and or not dislike but go for it, right? And just make the everything work that way, right? XGC Blarg. Thank you for D's nuts.
Amazing.
I'm gonna make a quick guess on who that might be.
No one knows.
Mick Boosted, welcome to the show. Apparently Tom Riley sucks. All right, so the EU Copyright Directive intends to protect the intellectual property rights of people who upload their material to the internet. However, campaigners are warning that the law will require all content uploaded to the internet to be monitored and potentially deleted if a likeness to existing copyright is protected, right? So what this is warning against, right, is whether or not you're going to get somebody who uploads something and you create a meme out of it, and then Facebook just deletes it automatically, right? Because someone in the EU said this is mine, right? Real quick, McBoosted, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Illuminati, taking over the world one follow at a time. Right, Tom.
Hell yeah.
You were gonna say something?
Oh, I was saying hell yeah.
Okay.
McBoosted, he sucks, but he could be part of the Illuminati.
Exactly.
Here's something I want to say about this. And this is just like people who write these articles just don't understand the fucking internet. This doesn't mean that memes will disappear. What this means is anybody who blocks memes will disappear because memes aren't fucking going anywhere. Right. They're literally the best part of the internet. Right. That shit's not leaving. We all love that shit. I know people who think memes are news, and they read memes all day and post memes.
Right.
This is not going away.
There are all sorts of people who are all like, "Why can you do anything else than a meme?" And then 10 minutes later, share a meme, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Gnarls Blogley says, "You're wrong, Jason. That's exactly what it means." And with that 10 biddy donation, I think that means he's right. So
that's pretty fair.
Buy Udo's heart for 10 biddies.
Exactly. But anyway, this is definitely something we need to look into because certain high value platforms like Twitter and Facebook may get automated garbage built in that could affect what's going on.
Yeah, they'll disappear.
Also, like, what the fuck happened to fair use?
Oh,
it would become super memes. That's all that's going to happen.
Right. And it also could just be that everybody quits paying attention to the EU. Twisty Top Header, thank you very much for that 6-month subscription. Bam. Practical Surrealist with 10 salts. Do 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 do. Excellent. Thank you very much for the love, everybody.
I'm in love with the shooting star.
Correct.
I love the shit out of that.
It's a great song. Like, fantastic.
It is. Yeah.
All right, so it's gonna seem. Oh, Grizzly, thank you very much for 50. Fair use went out the window. Just look at YouTube. Well, I do have an answer for that one. Instagram is getting ready to start letting people monetize hosted videos on Instagram. And that means that YouTube's gonna have to get their shit together. Yeah. So Instagram is definitely something that could do it. So
looking to buy back, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The Dinkster says, "Hey, guess what? Twice." Charles Barkley says, "I'm number one." The Dinkster has come in to reinforce McBoosted.
They're the same person. I know. He's my roommate.
It's the Purple Army. They're on their way here to destroy you.
It's a conspiracy.
Practical Surrealist with 51.
Show's dead. It's just music time.
Exactly. Well, I mean, it's not the worst song to have play. So, it seems like we've covered this story before. And we have, only it's another instance. And later tonight, we will cover this story one more time, which is very weird. So, deputies are searching for a missing gun left in a Burger King bathroom. Jason, you may remember this one. Wes, I don't know if you were on the show at the time, but we covered before a police officer, Gnarls Largley, with 11 more bits. What's
your face?
Amazing.
But we covered before a story where a undercover police officer, the Dinkster with 100 biddies, coming in, Tom Riley sucks.
Now Una believes it too. There were biddies involved.
Exactly. I mean, it's unfortunate, Tom.
It's
yeah, TV with the come on guys. 101 biddies, taking the #1 spot.
Oh my god.
Grizzly Ramo. There's another 2
Holy
more.
shit.
Oh, that means that quite a few people who were on the board are no longer on the board. Grizzly is in the lead with 150.
Holy crap, there's a
Ramo
competition.
has come to take the #1 spot with 151. The Dinkster comes
Webs is getting his wallet, boys.
with 151. The Practical Surrealist with 212 bits.
Oh my god. The bit war.
I have no problem with this bit war in any way, shape, or form. All of this is going straight towards TwitchCon.
Hell yeah.
For those of you who are interested, we have $300+ saved up for TwitchCon already, so could be working. Oh my god, look at this one. There's another 200 from Chatta TV.
Oh shit.
64 from Ramo, 100 from Grizzly 386, 100 from Ramo, 100 from the Practical Surrealist. Ramo says, the memes are the future. Dinkster says, down with Tom Riley.
I'm glad that hating me can be monetized on your behalf, Uno.
It's no problem at all.
Hell yeah, Pants 404, you're the best.
Tom Riley Pride.
You're welcome.
I like how we all inadvertently doxed you without even paying attention. Chat TV, 100 there, don't let memes be dreams. The Digster was 100, just don't take Tom Riley to TwitchCon, he eats butts.
I need that Japanese I eat ass hoodie.
Right, exactly. Rambo with 99 more, going to 414 at the top of the list. Yeah, Wes, you have to sit in the punishment spot when this goes on. So. Oh man. Well, thank you guys very much for all the help.
Hell yeah.
It's still going. I gotta remember it. So that's the Rambo 99. We got one more with Practical Surrealist and another 100 biddies. Everybody's just trying to get the next line of the song to play, but it just isn't working.
I know.
Jada says, well, TwitchCon is in the San Francisco Bay. I'm sure there's plenty of butts waiting to be eaten. Bon appetit.
Oh.
All right. Thank you guys all very, very, very much. That was super fun. But so the story we're at is last time we covered a story like this, an undercover cop lost his gun in a bathroom of a fast food place.
Yeah.
Turns out that happened again this last weekend. At the Pasco County Sheriff's Office said that it's looking for a man that claims it stole an agency-issued handgun that a plainclothes detective left in a Burger King bathroom Friday. Practical Surrealist, thank you very much for that one bit. Bon appetit. That's terrifying. In a shitty situation. There's just too much. So when the detective went back to the bathroom to get the gun, it was gone, said the sheriff's spokesman. He did not identify the detective because of an ongoing investigation or release any other details about how the gun was left in the bathroom. The weapon was likely taken between 11:29 and 12:16 p.m. So he took him another 45 minutes to realize, shit, left my gun.
Did you just accidentally say 12:45 p.m.? Please tell me you did.
I don't think so, but I mean maybe.
In our hearts, we know you did.
PM?
Clip it, dude. Find out.
Anyone else here?
Clip it. Find out.
I don't know. Do that. I'm lazy.
A light-colored hat with sunglasses and carrying a dark backpack is the information that they have for the guy. Deputies located him late Friday night, but released no other details. But after I looked at this, then another story was released with more information, and we'll find that in Florida Man, because this happens to be a Florida story.
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
Awesome.
But now,
Of course it is.
we're going to talk about another place that I didn't realize was fucking terrible. France.
France?
Yes. So the French capital is preparing to welcome the world for summer tourist season. Looking to welcome the world for its summer tourist season. City officials are redoubling their efforts to cope with a long-standing inconvenience common to its many metropolises. People urinating in public.
Oh, good.
Right.
More on this at 11.
I saw some amazing pictures. This was the safest picture I could find in this article in order to show on this show. Because I'm pretty sure that images of people peeing is not going to work on Twitch. But they had an entire bike marathon with half of the guys on the bikes pulled over to the side of the road, all peeing directly into a park where a bunch of people are.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Vive la France!
Exactly.
God damn it.
The issue is taking on more importance as Paris is ramping up to host the Summer Olympic Games in 2024, a process that kicks off with a showy Journée Olympique on Journée Olympique on June 23rd with sporting demonstrations, mini contests, and family-oriented fun. As any host city knows, the Olympics is a high-stake opportunity to show off its organizational talents on a world stage and to faceplant if things go wrong. So they have started adding what they're calling like ultra urinals, right?
Yeah, I thought we covered this already.
I mean, I don't think so.
Okay.
Not as far as I knew.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the flow.
But maybe. So it's adding big screen fan zones during the upcoming World Cup football tournament because of fears of
terrorism. Sorry to interrupt. You definitely said BM. Clipped.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, no, it's all good. Apparently, sometimes I make appropriate jokes on accident. So, apparently last year they handed out 5,381 citations for impunchment de urines, or the outpouring of urine, in Paris alone.
I like the way they word that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The outpouring of urine.
Exactly. And the fine of 68 euros is apparently not enough of a deterrent to keep.
29 and 12:16 p.m.
Yeah.
and 12:16 p.m.
Yeah, that is not enough money.
Yep.
To deter me from peeing in the street.
Yeah, if I'm drunk and I really gotta piss, they're like, "Hey, that could be $100." I'm like, okay, it could be 200. I'll give a shit. I gotta pee.
But with tourists' numbers expected to surpass last year's 40 million despite recent terror incidents, the city's struggle to keep clean and accommodate for the need for toilet facilities is kicking into higher gear. The situation is not at all satisfactory, said Mao Pianino, the deputy mayor. Whoa. Where's that coming from?
Based on his face, Wes, that's fucking you. I see the noise star. Wes is just like,
That's weird. I don't know how Brazers started playing.
Damn ads, fucking shit up.
Right, exactly. So we're modernizing our approach and adapting our approach, they say. Paris Vaspininin, or public urinals. This is the last surviving the picture we're looking at right here is the Vaspininin on the boulevard in Arago, Paris, and it comes from the Roman Emperor Vespasian, who built a network of public toilets in Rome, and they're adding new things called super loos in replacement for these things. Cultural Road says "Dick shot for Dems is catching on." Is it?
No.
Oh.
I wish that.
I'm excited because we made that meme. I still have that.
Yeah, we did. I do too.
I should just tweet that at random.
You should.
All right, so Paris. Okay, so I guess this, other than the fact that I can't show you how many of these fucking pictures I have of French people peeing, because this is Twitch. That's about the most of what we're gonna get from that story. But so, Wes, is there anything about America that the rest of the world would find as odd as we find France's E-PEE-DEMIC? Ha-cha-cha-cha. I had to go for that one,
No. Boo! Where's the boo button again?
I got one.
We don't have a boo button on purpose.
Yeah. Good call.
I think I got a good one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Thinking about it.
I'd say America's obsession and like American cuisine culture's obsession with pushing the limits of science and reason on what can be fried and how many times you can fry it.
Because fried pickles are fucking delicious.
Oh, fried pickles are fucking... I mean, like, fried Twinkies and fried Oreos and, like, triple fried burgers, and it's just like, why in God's name would you do this?
Why wouldn't you? That's
is that
the
fried
question.
ice cream? Fried ice cream's fucking real good, too.
Yeah, no, like, fried ice cream's good, too. I don't know. Like, we've fried some weird shit.
Jada says fried butter.
Yeah. I
I've
was gonna say foie gras is pretty, though.
I've never had
fried butter, then.
fried butter. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't try it.
I wish I didn't know that existed. Oh, God, dude, you're the fucking problem, man.
Oh, I never said I wasn't part of the problem.
I blame you.
All right. So, Wes, what did you say?
You know, I'm trying to think. I know like tipping is like super not normal anywhere else. Especially being I used to live or work in a restaurant. You know, like German or any exchange student parents would come in and just not tip, and they didn't think a damn thing about it because, you know, they don't do that anywhere else. So I think that would be the closest thing. I can't think of anything else like that off the top of my head. Or maybe how we just steal other people's food and call it American cuisine. Like, oh yeah, pizza. That's American.
That's normal.
All right. So what do you got, Tom?
Mine was the fried thing.
Oh, that's right. Jason, what do you got?
I don't know what I have. You go.
The female orgasm. It's a weird thing.
Right.
I'm gonna have to say like the pure number of people who need accessibility carts to get places. Like I'm saying, probably our obesity epidemic.
Yeah.
Oh God, fucking! I saw a chart on it the other day, and it was like Alabama and Mississippi are like by county, literally across the board, like 40% obese.
Right. The Tinkster with
Jesus.
120 hashtag 420. Taking the number one spot with 420 bits. Ooh.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Amazing. Yeah, so mine I think would be if this show is anything like, if this show portrays other countries like anything like they really are, the sheer fact that we don't shit and piss in the street is just got to be groundbreaking.
Right?
Just culture shock.
Gnarls Barkley with 319 nanny boo boo. Practical Surrealist with another 50 biddies, taking the number one spot with 463. Thank you very much. All right. Moving on. This is we don't really often cover stories about Trump because there's enough people who do, but I found something so weird and off topic about him that I feel that we can cover it and actually be experts in the subject, right? So
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, 100 points from no moving up. More biddies. 100 from Gnarls Barkley with 481 taking the number one spot. All right. So, there's a man named Solomon Lardy who spent the last 5 months working in the Trump administration in the old executive office building, standing over a desk with scraps of paper spread out in front of him.
I heard about this.
His job, Practical Surrealist with 20 more biddies. Thank you very much. Going to 430, taking the number one. The Dinkster with another 100, 100, taking the number one spot again.
But he ruined his 420 though. So
he did.
He won the battle. Oh shit! He didn't even win the battle.
581 go to the number one spot.
I'm so tired of dancing. Now I know how exotic dancers
We're slaves to the music.
I can't stop my feet. All right. So Lartley earned us annual salary of, oh my gosh, 17 more points from Practical Surrealist with the sadness face. Practical Surrealist at 500 with the number 3 spot. Bramo with 150 going to the number 2 spot still. Dinkster going to 520. Bramo with another 50. On his way to the number 1 spot with 614 biddies.
Can we get another part of the song? A new part. Apparently not. Apparently not.
I'm gonna have
yes, Rambo, sir.
I'm gonna have to add Some more bit warnings, right? So that if you donate 10, you get the first part of this song, and then you get the next part, and you get the next part, and the next part, right? Just convince people to do so. Round thing you get for number 12 videos going to 626, taking the number 1 spot. All right.
Wes, you gonna take that?
So, Lartley earned an annual salary of $65,969 as records management analyst, and he had a career as a government official with close to 30 years under his belt. 100 point, what's a tango? No, 500, oh my gosh!
Holy shit!
Going to
The answer is no.
1,125.
Let's say I have none of that
Tango
shit.
number 1. Ramos says you win. Dexter asks, where's the tango? And I am not sure. Let me make sure that my dashboard says everything that's supposed to be going on right now. Make sure I didn't miss any like redemptions or anything like that. I think we're good. All right. So, Ben says I will win. Thank you guys very much for a second round of crazy bitty madness. So anyway, this guy with 30 years of work under his belt as an official in government careers had never seen anything like this in any previous administration that he had worked for, and he hoped he'd never have to tape the president's and papers back together again. So it turns out that the president, anything that any note, any memo, anything that the president writes has to be preserved, right? So they take it and they put it in the archive. President Trump, since day one, has been ripping up everything he has, everything he writes, even though he's been told repeatedly that they need to save everything the president writes. So there's a guy who was earning $65,000 a year to tape back together the fucking stuff that he's been ripping up.
I love it, dude.
Right?
It's fucking amazing, dude.
There are 187 dick pics. Just like little penises and ripping it up.
Andrew Wilson says archiving is what Twitter is for. I mean, I suppose that's pretty
Nice.
close, right? Chit,
fair.
where'd it go? All right, hold on.
Oh, rip.
Yeah, okay.
Rip, get it?
Exactly.
I was not trying to make that.
Lartley did not work alone. His entire department was dedicated to the task of taping back together in the opening months of the Trump administration. Once one of his colleagues, Reginald Young Jr., who worked as a senior records management analyst, said that during the over 2 decades of government service, he had never been asked to do anything like this. Chat at TV says 100 with the rip. That's very, very, very poignant here.
They need to recruit jigsaw puzzle champions for the record keeping office.
Right, exactly. And I guess it would be everything from him just taking it and tearing it straight down the middle to absolutely shredding it into tiny garbage.
What if he starts eating it just to spite?
You
can't put this back together.
Why doesn't he just get a fucking paper shredder? God damn it!
Exactly. And then the archives is all like just 30 years from now, when post-apocalyptic society goes through the fucking records archive to see what's in there, they just find a couple of bags of shit, and they're all like, "Why is this in here?"
Yeah.
The White House's paid shit sifter, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I figured that was something that we were qualified to comment on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh god, make him shit in a cat litter box so it's easier to sniff.
All right, so this is your guys' trigger warning. The next couple of stories, they're gonna be a little bit triggery. So, a 63-year-old woman in South Korea had her... Oh, we got an applause here.
Here's for triggers!
So a 63-year-old woman in South Korea had her mouth inseminated by sperm after eating some undercooked seafood, resulting in doctors discovering 12 small, white, spindle-shaped, bug-like sperm bags embedded in her tongue and gums.
That's so gross, dude.
Jesse Top Hatter, thank you very much for that inappropriate applause. As a document in a 2012 edition of Journal of Parasitology, and foreign bodies were identified as squid spermophores, which are sperm-containing capsules belonging to the Japanese flying squid. That's what
this is exactly how tentacle porn starts.
Exactly.
Tell me there are pictures.
No, not that I can show.
Damn it!
I guarantee
can you link in the chat?
There's an anime that starts off exactly like this. This woman is going to turn into a tentacle beast.
Right, exactly.
Or superhero. Not sure yet.
Yeah.
So what happened was, rather foolishly, the woman had not removed the internal organs of the squid before she had tried to cook it, and only parboiled it for a few seconds before eating it.
What?
Yeah. So it's one of those.
Retarded.
Yeah, it's one of those things where they, like they do the like still living, eat the octopus or eat the squid or whatever. But even those ones are de-organed, right? The squid is barely alive, right? But so
not full of nut juice.
Exactly. So its spermophores were still alive and well. As soon as she put it into her mouth, she felt like many bugs were biting her oral mucosa, which is the inside of your mouth.
Why the fuck did they say that?
Well, because this is a bunch of scientists talking about stuff. She experienced severe sharp pain and spat out the entire portion without swallowing. Despite that, she could feel many small squirming white bug-like organisms penetrating her oral mucosa. Right?
Stop saying mucosa.
Even after they were removed from her mouth,
fucking crazy.
They were reportedly still squirming around.
Imagine if she had swallowed it.
Practical Surrealist is oral mucosa. So, Drake says
God, I kind of want to go farther.
Yeah. So, in case you guys didn't know, squids, one of their tentacles is their sexual organ. And so she straight up bit into a giant mouthful of squid dingus. And
she Lorena Bobbited that fucker.
Yeah, yeah.
She ate it like Kobayashi.
Hey, baby, you want to see my 8th leg?
Right. So the spermophores.
I thought it was
right,
funny.
Exactly. So the spermatophores effectively is a sac of sperm used by a few invertebrates and some vertebrates to fertilize the female's eggs during reproduction. So they're not actually baby squids. More than sperm is a baby human. Nevertheless, it's still a very strange case, as the scientists are not sure how the spermatophores managed to implant themselves in the woman's mouth. So not only was it weird as shit and gross, but also something they weren't expecting to have happened.
Science.
Yep. It's very possible that they were just like, this is what we need to inseminate, and so they tried to inseminate the shit out of inside of her mouth, which is terrible. Twisted Top Hatter says drink some whiskey and light your mouth on fire. All right, so his story's kind of triggering too.
Hey, it's poop.
Yeah. Only that carpet is real sized, like a real room sized carpet.
Yeah.
Oh, disgusting.
Right.
What?
So in Rotterdam in the Netherlands, there's an exhibition.
God damn it.
Yeah. When you visit, you have to pick you have to dress the way that they want you to dress when you go view this art exhibit.
No.
And where you'll have to pick from a rack filled with skin-toned naked costumes featuring all shapes and sizes of male and female genitalia, right?
Yeah, no. This is...
What?
I hate everything about... What country is this?
The Netherlands.
Yeah. all of the Netherlands.
Right. After you
Eat
get
them all.
dressed, you then get to walk into the excrement. Inside this art exhibit, there are 4 giant turds inside of the 16,000 square foot Museum of Space.
Is it actually poop molded together as poop?
I don't. Let me make sure it's not. I don't think it is.
It's not.
I fucking hope not.
I really, really hope it is.
I hope it is too, because if it is, there needs to be a poop sculpting competition between these guys and that Russian farmer.
Right.
A
Exactly.
month ago.
So each one of these is a sculpture of feces left on top of a. It doesn't say it's sculpted out of, but is a sculpted sculpture of. So I think it's probably just plaster and stuff, right? But it's all of them are on a carpet as though they are welcome home presents left by a huge vengeful dog.
It's Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Right. But
He might get big at.
like this story
Not again.
says, I don't get this art at all. So one, everybody's like, I can't show you any of the pictures of what everybody looked like because
Yeah,
they're all basically
we get it.
they're all fake naked, right?
Yeah,
and there's
Twinkle Baby.
yeah, exactly. And I can't show dinguses. That's how I got in trouble last time. Fallen Pone, welcome to the show. But so the Vienna-based art collective known for breaking taboos, evoking nervous laughter, and getting intimate with bodies and their excretions is the people responsible for this nonsense. The museum show that presents excrement to its visitors as an art is expected at least to have a little bit of a scandal, and the director of the Art Institute says that they're fine with that. Yeah. You're not an artist if you make a giant poop.
You're not at all.
Or you're fucking genius. I'm not sure which yet.
Fallen Point says, I joined this stream at an amazing time. We are definitely showcasing a very strange story.
Holy shit.
If you go look up this story, right? If you look up the poop exhibit in Rotterdam, you'll see the images that I can't show you. And they look like a bunch of people who are kind of having fun. You know, but I mean, they all look like they're definitely really weirded out that they're surrounded by poop. So,
I approve cultural rogues message.
is that safe for me to click on?
It is.
All right. It's a Jurassic Park GIF.
Yeah.
That is one. Apparently, there's a updated term of service right there. One big pile of shit. Excellent. All right. So I think the last time we started with Wes, so we go back up to Tom. Tom, what's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Probably escargot.
Escargot, yeah. I mean,
Escargot was pretty fucking
Go
weird.
fuck yourself.
I don't know.
What about you, Jason?
Yeah, escargot is pretty up there. It's
Yeah.
fucking disgusting. The only good thing about escargot is the garlic butter, and at that point, it's like I'd much rather just have garlic butter with bread.
Yep.
Don't put
agreed.
it on a fucking snail. It's fucking gross.
Fallen Pone says, I've eaten fried bull penis, and I'd try it. That's definitely gonna be, that would go up there in the list, but I would try it. What about you, Gnarls?
I've eaten a lot of weird animals.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've had stingray, alligator, crocodile, shark, a bunch of different birds, horse, you know, whatever. But I think I've had Rocky Mountain oysters. That was interesting. But the weirdest thing, a live goldfish.
I could see that.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I could see that.
And the best part was, if I had thought about it like 10 seconds before I did it, I could have made a bunch of money. And I didn't. I'm like, I'll eat another one for $1. Too late. You already did it.
I'd have to say, Fallen Pone says deep fried butter, and we had Chad talking about that earlier, actually, which is kind of interesting. And I'm jealous and want to try deep fried butter now.
It's always fucking butter.
Just butter.
My question is deep fried butter fried in butter?
Ugh.
No, lard.
Cultural Rogue says, accidentally drank my own chew spitter once.
Oh.
Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare. I apologize that
it's terrible.
things
Great.
happen.
Now I have an erection.
I had a roommate who accidentally drink his own piss once.
Ugh.
I had a bunch of friends. Okay, I'm not gonna say any names here, though some of us know these people. So, but a bunch of my friends were at Burning Man together, and they were just straight fucked up and stayed like 4. They haven't slept in a few days, and one of our friends got back from Iraq, and he's for like 2 days he's just been pissing just peeing in this fucking vodka bottle, and he fucking leaves and gets lost in shit or whatever happens. While he's gone, 4 of our friends straight up drink out of that fucking vodka and finish that shit.
Wow.
Yeah. Disgusting.
I actually got a story that...
Like, how do you not know?
I got another...
I prank people to make them drink my piss. Multiple times, too. It wasn't a single time.
This won't give anything away, Jason, but when I say the Maxwell house, there was an incident where a roommate that our mutual friend was not very happy with used to come home, and he would open up a 40 every day that he came home, and he would just down it when he came home from work, and they got him with the bottle of piss instead of...
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just standing there for like I was there for the first time to witness this happening at the best time. Was all, what the fuck? As this dude just starts throwing up violently all over the house. Anyway, weirdest thing I was gonna say was fucking escargot, but apparently that's something pretty not very weird. Dude. So I'm gonna have to say an entire canned chicken, and it was delicious. I was into it, dude. I ate that whole fucking thing. Yeah.
Oh, that makes me so queasy.
Just imagining you taking like a fucking chicken and just smushing it into your face.
The reason I think it's gross is because like I imagine the only way that they can can it is by like filling in all of the parts between the chicken and the can with like glob of whatever, like just gloop.
Isn't it in water? It's just like in water.
Is it? That would be way better.
Right.
I just want to tell everybody, go click the link that Andrew Wilson posted. It is a soul-haunting gift, but it's funny as fuck.
Why is that a fucking thing? That might be the worst GIF I've ever seen.
I don't know if that's something you can show on Twitch, because, like, there's nothing not safe for work going on. It's just fucking disgusting.
That's what the canned chicken looks like, for sure.
Oh
you ate that.
Man. Andrew Wilson, thank you very much for the applause.
We all know your shame now.
No, it wasn't. It was slimy and gross.
Fallen Pone asks if that's a giant vibrator, and no, unfortunately. So
English
what would you
cucumber.
do if you were suffering from abdominal pain and constipation for 2 whole days? Most likely the answer is not going to be the same as this guy. Right? Taco Bell. Most of us would visit a doctor, but one 50-year-old man in China decided altogether on a different course of action and he shoved a giant aubergine up his anus.
What the fuck, dude? Why?
So, for those of you who aren't familiar with what an aubergine is, it's a weird cucumber. It's
an English cucumber.
Yeah, it's a gourd thingy. Right?
I need the Discord eggplant emoji, except on Twitch.
Exactly. So, if you can see that X-ray there, that X-ray is insane because he inserted that rectally.
Yeah, that's like up in harming his lungs. Yeah.
Exactly. There's evidence to suggest that aubergines have served as constipation remedies of this kind, and this particular homemade solution proved unsurprisingly ineffective. Once the constipated man had managed to get the 30-centimeter long vegetable inside of his rectum and beyond, he began to experience further pain and discomfort. Right? I mean, Irony Golem says more than common, universal. When you have to go to an ER to remove objects, you make up a story rather than say it. Right?
You're right.
Yeah. Flanged bases. All you need is a flanged base.
Right, exactly. So he stayed at home for a further 2 days of nausea and vomiting before he decided to go to do the sensible thing and go to the hospital. Upon arrival,
it's pretty fair after you stick that thing up your ass. It's like, I'm going to give it a couple days before I go see a doctor. You know what I mean? Like, I need at least 2 days to try to get this thing out.
Right. Oh, by the way, Irony Golem, welcome to the show.
I guess I'm good. So, is it an aubergine or an English cucumber?
It says aubergine, which I thought was a weird cucumber. Weird as in foreign, because I'm American, so I say stuff like that, you know. So what they discovered was genuinely shocking. Not only had the man managed to push the aubergine all the way up inside of himself, he had pushed it so far that the vegetable began to cause damage to one of his lungs. Gnarl says his phone died. Excellent. Is the stream all messed up? Nope.
Oh no.
No, everything seems to be fine-ish until he gets back. So,
yeah.
I was just wondering whether or not the stream
it's
was
better now that he's gone.
This guy was not constipated. Let's be fucking real here.
Yeah,
there's no part. Yeah,
that man was playing with his butthole.
Yeah, that's what Irony Golem was saying, right? Yeah. When you go to the ER to get an aubergine removed from you, you definitely tell them stuff about how you were constipated.
If you were like, no, I definitely had really bad diarrhea and was just trying to stem the tide. Like, okay, I guess maybe.
Right. Imagine explaining to the doctor how this happens in the first place. Right, exactly. As a result, the man was forced to go under the knife as doctors attempted to remove the vegetable. Thankfully, they succeeded, with the man now recovering from his near week-long ordeal. It's not the first time that China has witnessed a case of this kind. One man previously attempted to treat his bowel issues by pushing a live eel into his anus.
What the fuck?
I've been trying to make
Why?
I've been trying to make the questions related to our stories here. So if you guys are ready.
Is this question gonna be what's the weirdest thing you've ever shoved in your ass?
I was making it feel like it would be like that, right? What's the oddest medical thing that has ever happened to you?
I've actually got a really good story for this.
All right. Looks like is the screen all messed up now? Yeah, it's all messed up.
Yeah, it is.
Let me fix it real quick.
Okay,
We'll pop to two guests, and bam! I just got to fix the names here. Whoops. And then second guest name here, property.
Yeah.
Just like that.
There we go.
Yep. All right, so you guys' names are fixed on the screen and everything will be fine. Fallen Pone says, man, China's weird. Cultural Rogue says, I do a lot of nude gardening. Teddy says, mastoiditis. I'm not sure what mastoiditis is. I need to know.
Go for weirdest medical, maybe.
Yeah, what do you got, Tom?
So when I was in college, at one point I had a zit. I swear this leads somewhere more interesting than a zit. I had a zit on my upper back, and trying to pop it, I managed to dislocate my left shoulder blade.
Oh wow.
And yeah, and I discovered this because I woke up the next day and my shoulder fucking hurt, and I had a weird lump right here. And my mom is a retired registered nurse, and my sister's an MD. So they were, and my sister was home. So they poked at it and were like, "Okay, does it hurt? Donk, donk, donk. Ow, yes, it does." They were like, "God damn it, you moron! You dislocated your shoulder somehow. Ice it, take some ibuprofen, sleep it off, whatever." So I did. It was fine. Except about a year later, at Christmas again, I yet again had a lump on my shoulder. And this time, and my sister and mom were like, "Jesus Christ, did you seriously dislocate your shoulder blade again?" And poking at it, it didn't hurt this time. And I remember my mom was like, "Does this hurt?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Okay, we're going to the hospital now."
Right.
Take me to the hospital, get it x-rayed. I had a bone tumor.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I had a bone tumor on my left scapula, and for anybody who's ever seen me shirtless, I also don't know if can I take my shirt off to show my scar? I have a huge fucking scar from this.
Yeah.
As long as your nipples are not exposed in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, this is gonna get weird then.
That's the
finish
TOS.
this, yeah.
So like,
I'll finish the story and then
if you did like this way to do it, you're fine. But if it comes off this way, it's inappropriate, right? And if they can see the areas around your nipples, it could be considered inappropriate.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah. We gotta be.
Yeah, I can turn my shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah. Weird. Careful. But
yeah, but long story short, contorting myself to try and pop this fucking zit, I dislocated my shoulder blade, and when it popped out, the bone. This is what the surgeon told me. The bones clacked together, and it chipped my left scapula, my left shoulder blade bone. And that chip, like, it destabilized the region and caused the bone to regrow out of controlledly and gave me a bone tumor.
Wow.
Yep, all because of a zit.
Wow.
I like how you said destabilize the region.
Or something like that.
Awesome.
Yeah, like if you chip a bone, they grow back like crazy,
Right.
is my understanding.
All right, Jason.
And then, while you guys,
what do you got?
For me, so a little while ago, I got a fucking spider in my ear. I was like 10 hours ago. That was terrible.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a pretty big scar.
Oh, shit.
Damn, yeah.
Damn! Yeah, it's
it's
burly, man.
Yeah.
it's like 2 inches wide and like 4 inches long. It's a fucking huge scar.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I have to
It's
say,
cool.
the weirdest medical thing that ever happened to me was I woke up during surgery.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, I had
Jesus.
fucking my gallbladder removed, right?
Yeah.
Just due to a situation with fucking stones. People generate stones, and apparently the ones that I had generated poorly. So I got severe pancreatitis and collapsed in front of the hospital, right? Like I literally worked 3 blocks from the hospital, and I was looked at my boss, and I had turned like just sheet white and just wasn't feeling good at all. And I said, "I'm gonna go to the hospital. I think I'm gonna die." And then they were like, "Okay," and then they just let me leave. And so I was walking in front of the parking lot in front of the hospital, and just wham, hit the ground, passed out, woke up in surgery during
Holy
the
shit.
surgery. So the fucking mask had fallen off, right, from keeping me on 100%. I woke up not able to feel anything or do anything, and just long enough to see that they've got fucking the machines in me. So it's not a big open surgery, it's microsurgery where they have tiny little incisions and little fucking hose things that they're dealing stuff with, right? But I woke up long enough to hear the nurse say, "Oh shit," and put the mask back on. I wildly remember that, and the nurse was
That's
there when I woke up
crazy.
to be all like, "Do you remember waking up?" Because they wanted to know, which was pretty fun.
Yeah, I bet they did.
Yeah, they wanted to know if you were gonna sue the shit out of them.
Well, I didn't feel anything, and everything was fine. So yeah. But yeah. Apparently I've got this just lying over the chat or the screen here. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, I think we're gonna need to go back to 3 hosts in a sec.
Yeah, I'm back.
Hey, welcome back.
All right. Did it reshuffle everybody's names? Weird.
Yes.
Little different view now.
you have to get the thing to charge from there.
Yeah, I'm plugged in the wall now. Like you can kind of see my computer's there, kind of plugged in. You know, whatever. We make it work.
There we go. It's all fixed. Excellent. We're good to go.
Jason, Tom, and Tom.
All right.
You missed my gnarly ass scar.
No, I saw it. I've been here the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Just not
Wes is always watching.
the whole time. So, actually, mine's similar to yours, Tom. I had gone into the hospital just for a standard physical.
Yeah.
Which was, for sports, you got to do that.
Yeah.
And I go in, and I had been complaining to my mom about having a lot of pain, like right at the top, like bottom of my neck, like where my shoulders meet my neck.
Yeah.
And I go in, and they're like, "Oh, everything's fine. Everything's fine. What's this lump?" I'm like, "What lump?" They're like, "The lump at the base of your neck, like at the top of your shoulder blades." I was like, "That's what I'm asking you. You're the doctor." Like, what do you mean? What the fuck's the lump?
You fucking tell me.
So they do a biopsy,
Right.
and like a MRI and all this shit, and they're like, "So this is odd. It's nothing bad." I was like, "Okay." Whenever you start saying that, it's not good, right?
Yeah.
They're like, "You have an extreme amount of calcium that you're intaking." Because I ate cereal every day. That's all I ate was cereal.
Okay.
Cereal and whole milk.
So you did this.
They're like, you have a massive calcium deposit at the top of your spine that is creating a hump. You need to stop with the calcium and correct your posture. I was a hump man for like a while.
Quasimodo's problem was he ate too much fucking cereal.
Yeah, it turns out he just really enjoyed milk.
God damn you, Captain Crunch.
Not his fault. He's a good guy.
All right. So we're going to move on a little bit to a section that I'm calling True Crime.
Oh, I love it.
Oh shit, it's playing again. I gotta figure out how to make it only play once.
It's out of control.
All right, there we go. It's fixed.
Bum, 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 bum.
All right, so a man was arrested on Saturday, June 2nd, outside of Driftwood Distillery, Washington, after allegedly pointing a gun at a group of patrons. Nathan G. Gauthier, 22, of Marthasville, was charged in Franklin County Associate Circuit Court with felony unlawful use of a weapon. According to the Washington police, he was kicked out of the distillery for vaping inside the business after he was told to stop. Ramos says just to have that loop for the whole segment. Bum bum. So an argument began between Gauthier and two patrons who told him that he had to leave after he wouldn't stop vaping. After the altercation, he waited outside for the patrons for an hour and a half. According to a probable cause statement filed by the Franklin County Prosecutor's Office, during that time, he got a semi-automatic handgun from his truck, then walked back to the distillery and waited for the two people to leave. The bar bouncer saw Gunther outside the business and walked the two patrons and their friends out of the front door of the distillery. Gauthier then approached them and pointed the gun at them. According to the police, he threatened to shoot the two patrons, and after some time, he lowered his gun and put it back in his pocket. But then the gun got pulled out a second time and pointed at the group, and he threatened to shoot them again. Once more, he put the gun in his pocket, and then he walked away. He was later arrested. So it's the
and when he put the gun away, they're like, "You fucking pussy, you can't do it." He's just like, "I will do it. I'll do it."
They're like, go vape somewhere else, right? Twist, it's the vape that looks like a gun.
Go vape that bullet out of the gun, fella.
Exactly. I mean, like, other than my own home and my own property, I have never once, like, attempted to fucking vape in a place, right? Like,
That's good.
Right? It doesn't make any sense.
like-
It's the same. It's the same thing. It's the same. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense why people think that it's okay to do.
Yeah. I mean, it used to be fine to smoke indoors basically everywhere.
Right.
I mean,
exactly. This isn't a
I
magic
crop
time
dust
machine
people
back
in
to the
public.
50s, right?
Yeah. Though that dude looks like he's like maybe mid-20s, so there's no way he's old enough to have been old enough to smoke when you could smoke anywhere you damn well pleased.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't think there's really any baby boomers out there smoking on a fucking vape.
Yeah.
just a guess. Maybe there is.
It was like a year before it was legal for me to smoke cigarettes, which I was still smoking cigarettes when they changed the law to like not be able to smoke in restaurants, right?
Yeah.
Where I live, and I managed to one time smoke in a restaurant, and that was it. I smoked in a Abby's Pizzeria.
Nailed it.
Illegally, technically, because I was still only like 16, right? Irony Gollum says if you do vape in public and people complain, just say I'm a Twitch streamer and they'll be okay. That has literally never worked for anything before, including especially the explanation of what it is you do. And Ramos says, I feel like it was heavily marketed as smoke anywhere and some idiots still believe it. Right. I mean, I have no problem with doing it in my own home, and I do it all the goddamn time in my own home, but I try to be just as respectful as if I was smoking cigarettes when I'm outside, so.
Yeah.
I don't know, yeah, doesn't make any sense. All right. These two people's faces immediately bothered me. One, that guy looks like a cone head. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks.
And the other
he looks
lady
like
wants to see your manager.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
He looks like a Tennessee like Tennessee wannabe John Travolta. Like he does
Amazing.
Travolta impersonations really poorly.
Right.
Like
So
glorious.
this guy, right, and this lady, their story involves a large company. Can you guys think about what company this might be involved with?
Luxury dildos.
Walmart.
All right, what do you think,
Up
Tom?
with Walmart.
Yeah, it's
Up
Walmart.
with Walmart for
It's
sure.
Walmart.
Of course. Of course.
Of course it is. God damn it.
Supermarket.
I want it to be like
Phoenix Knight says
Foods.
Walmart. He's right. Supermarket giant Walmart has long lauded itself for low prices and discounts, as evidenced by the tagline "Save money, live better." But a duo in New Orleans allegedly took that slogan too literally when they brought cut-out price tags to Walmart in order to buy goods at lower prices.
Smart.
Right.
That's fucking genius.
So on May 25th, Jeffrey Johnson and Liliana Walthier, 49 and 50, were observed on surveillance video using false universal product codes to purchase goods at a Walmart at a lesser price. The duo is suspected of cutting UPC labels from other merchandise and carrying them into the store. They then purchase goods at a self-chosen discount via the self-check lanes, according to NOPD. Investigators have discovered that Johnson and Walther committed the fraudulent scheme multiple times, and they are wanted for 18 counts of theft by fraud. These guys look to me like the people that are bringing in price tags to try and lower Walmart's prices.
They got caught because she tried to coupon something. It was like a 30-cent like Altoid can, and it's fucking an $80 lawnmower. She's trying to coupon.
Yeah.
It's like, lady, come on.
Right. Phoenix Knight says that's like saying it's free if it doesn't ring up stupidity, right?
Is that not how it works?
I don't think that any company in their right fucking mind would ever make that fucking thing, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're just walking up and cutting out the UPC.
Exactly.
Throwing it away.
Rip, right? It doesn't
That
ring
man's
out.
eyes.
Yeah. So this guy has stolen $2,000 worth of Bic lighters.
It's like 100,000. No, wait, 2,000. That's what? Like 1,800 Bics.
Right. Exactly.
That's-
At individual times, one at a time.
Holy shit.
Damn.
61-year-old Paul Maxey has allegedly stolen $2,000 worth of cigarette lighters from various convenience stores throughout the metro of Oklahoma City. The suspect allegedly goes inside of stores. Oh, never mind. Sorry. It's not one lighter at a time. It's one tray of lighter at a time. So he's stealing the entire tray of lighters from the pick a lighter thing, and he just runs out of the store.
What an asshole!
Yeah.
Fucking giggling.
I've got all the Bics.
I will rule the cavemen with my power over fire.
Exactly.
He's building the world's most unimpressive bomb.
Right.
They go pop.
Apparently, he's driving a gray Dodge Charger without the with front end damage on it, and at this time, officers have not been able to locate him, and they're hoping someone knows his whereabouts and will call Crime Stoppers.
Jesus. So, I have a similar story to do with
Fallen
this.
Phone
I
says
think
it's dark down in the mines. Sorry.
Nice.
He needs it to see it in his mole kingdom, right? Woman need to work. Woman should. No. All right. So, the Bic Bandit, right? I already covered the thing about Crime Stoppers here. We got to move on a little bit because of time, right? The last time you guys were in a cop car, and I think we start with Wes this time.
Last time I was in a cop car. And why?
Yeah.
Is that what we're looking for?
Just the date.
Yep.
Okay, so I was 19 or 20, and I was drinking at a local tattoo parlor that I used to frequent. And I was standing outside, and these guys were coming out of 7-Eleven, and I was out there smoking and whatnot, and they started yelling "Fuck you, you fat piece of shit!" And I had my shirt off because I was getting tattooed on my back. And I was like, "What did you say to me?" And I ran across the street, and they're like, "Nothing." And so I walked back across the street and continued my cigarette, and they got a block away, and they're like, "We said fuck you, you fat piece of shit." And I was like, "Oh, okay, well." So I ran up to them again. They're only a block away, and I was like, "What'd you say?" They're like, "Nothing." I was like, "Okay, this is your last chance. If you say anything again, we're gonna have an issue." So I start walking away, and they get 3 or 4 blocks away, and they do it again, same exact.
Oh my god!
So with a speed I don't think they were ready for, I get to them, and I'm like, and I go to the guy that I know didn't say it. I'm like, "What'd you say to me?" And he's like, I don't know what you're talking. I was like, "Rat out your friend. Tell me it was him right now." And the guy's like, "It was him. It was definitely him." I
Amazing,
was like, so I just turned to the other guy, and my shirt's still off. My tattoo's breathing. And I look at him. I'm like, "So I'm a fat piece of shit, huh?" And he goes, yeah, that's what I said. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it." And I was like, "Well, guess what?" And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "It's relaxed muscle, bitch." Boom! I knocked him out one hit. Just the best one-liner I've ever had. And so some people saw us get in a scuffle, and I'm walking back, and a cop car pulls up 10 minutes later while I'm still out there smoking. He's like, "Did you guys get in a fight earlier?" I was like, "No." My shirt's still off, very clearly large tattoo on my back. Like, they said some guy in jeans and a large back tattoo got in a fight down there, and I was like, yeah, that wasn't me.
Jesus.
So they put me in the back of the cop car and ran my ID, and yeah, I have no record like showing anything. I've never been in trouble before, really. So they're like, yeah, you're good to go. Cool. Like, clearly smell like alcohol, and I'm only freaking 19 or 20 years old. Like, whatever, just get out of here now, go home. Like, yeah, that's what happened.
All right, Tom, when was the last time you were in a cop car?
I'm a wee innocent little babby. Never.
Okay.
Jason,
Jason, you never been in a cop
no,
car?
never. I've never, not even for
Vancouver,
like a joyride or cop bring your neighbor to work day, or I don't know if that's
Right. The last time I was in a cop car was when the cops were taking me home from being in the drunk tank. But it was a good deal. I got really drunk, right? And I was watching superhero movies. This was when I was like...
This could happen to anyone.
Fucking great story.
I was like 22 or something like that, and I was like, I need to get in shape, right? Because I'm looking at all these like in shape dudes doing stuff, and so I went and I went on a walk because that's gonna get me in shape right fucking now, right? Like if I go on this
Right,
walk,
yeah.
I'm gonna lose like 100 pounds tonight, right? So I'm wandering through the weird alleys that we have in this town that like you can't drive through. They're only for walking because they've got or biking. They've got the giant fucking poles in the center of them so that you can't fucking drive through them, right? I'm walking down one of those alleys in the like not the good side of the South Hills, but the shitty side of the South Hills. The low side, right? 40th area, for those who know where we are. And I see somebody getting his ass kicked by two other people, right? And I'm all hyped up on superhero movies and too much alcohol, right?
No.
So I rush in to save this guy, and the first dude I just kind of tackle push into the fucking fence. He hits the fence and goes, from what I thought, completely out cold, right? So I get all amped up like I am a superhero. I just one-shot this dude, right? Turns out it was way worse than what I thought I did, right? And then I get into a scuffle with the other guy, and I'm getting my ass kicked, but I'm almost, right? I get into a scuffle with the other guy, and I'm getting my ass beat because I'm drunk and fucking not in shape, but I can't feel shit, so I think I'm doing really well. And that's when the cops tackle us both and haul us off, because this fight where they were beating the shit out of this guy on this fence had been going on for a bit, and the lady who owned the place had already called the cops, right? I go to jail. They put me in the drunk tank so that they can figure it all out when I'm sober, right? Enough to be able to do anything, right? And while I'm waiting it out, turns out the guy who they were beating up said someone came to try and help, so he definitely verified what I was saying. So I got they kind of actually let me go because I was being a good citizen, and they just kind of forgot about the whole being drunk in public thing. Well, so that guy hit a nail and went down. And just sat down because he's all like, I had a nail in my head, and he was very concerned, right?
Holy shit!
Yeah. Turns out it was completely no harm, right? Really done. It was just skin
Other than
damage.
the fucking
Right?
nail.
Yeah.
Other than the nail.
Right. It was just skin damage, and he freaked out and like just panicked on the ground. He was perfectly fine, but he was just. And then the other guy, and it was all because those guys three were drug dealers. Right, and it was a drug deal gone bad, and right, the cops were all, like they finally got information from me, and they took me home in the morning and bought me a coffee. It was awesome.
So you green horneted those sons of bitches.
Hell yeah!
Pretty much, right?
Just the world's worst superhero.
I lucked out, got my ass beat, got arrested, went home, learned my lesson that I am not, in fact, a superhero.
Until the next time, whiskey.
Follow says he got tetanus. When he was Twisty Top Hat says night work. Nice work. Excellent. All right. So Roadrage incident. Ramos says Udo's superhero name is the Drunken Nailer. After every fight, I'm all nailed it. Right? Anyway. So this is
name your sex tape.
This image is definitely not the image of who we're talking about. This is a generic Roadrage image I found. But a man named Henry Weaver says he's lived on his family's new Tripoli farm for 69 years, all of his 69 years, though he spent a lot of time on the road when he worked as a truck driver. I've seen a lot on the highway in my time, he recalled, though this was something different. Weaver on Friday was involved in a strange road rage confrontation, one in a Pennsylvania state that police report summed up to one vague sentence. The accused Weaver and the victim got into a road rage argument, leading to the accused to defecate on the victim. The news release said.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
He couldn't just leave it at a teabag. He's like, I'm fucking.
Just gotta stop and deuce on a dude. The brief post of Lehigh Valley Live on was shared across social media on websites including the Drudge Report, with readers asking why and how it could have happened. Weaver said he doesn't have a computer or cell phone, but he's gotten a number of messages asking about the incident. On Monday, Weaver reached at his home, offered a blunt, matter-of-fact explanation. He called the situation regrettable effect of irritable bowel syndrome. He says, I've put up with it for years. You get worked up and you're going to have to go. I couldn't control my bowels, and he was right there. It's just as simple as that.
1 plus 1 equaled me shitting on another human being.
Jesus.
He said, I was having a bad day, he said, and it got worse. He said a car pulled out in front of him on the Route 309, startling him, and he got angry and followed. They stopped near the intersection of 309 and Route 100 in Heidelberg Township, per the state police, where Weaver said the two men got out of their cars and exchanged words. Weaver said there was no fighting or physical contact, but the two were standing close together. He got stressed, and then, he said, it had to happen. He couldn't control himself and wound up going on the other man's pants leg. So he done spun shit him, right? They're both like face-to-face angry.
Wow.
So the other guy just stands there. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Jesus.
Like if a guy's like, that's it, and like turns around and starts pulling his pants down, I'm not just gonna sit there and be like, what's happening right now?
Right?
Clearly, it's something either extremely sexual or insanely gross. So either way, I'm not gonna do it.
Irony Golem says that this could be like the cucumber in China that will sound better than the truth. I think that this is more the truth, because you usually say, maybe we got into a fight and I accidentally shit on him, if you're trying to like espouse a little bit less, right? But no, he's all like, I got aggravated, so I shit on him.
Fallen poem, clearly he used the other man's tears.
Right. Nothing has been filed as of Monday morning, and it's unclear if any pending charge could rise to the level of the criminal offense. Weaver says he regretted what happened. Most people who know me know I'm chill, he said, but really have to do something to get me to that point. I'm not proud of it. He later continued, I messed up. It happens.
I'd be super proud of that.
I shit at a guy, it happens.
I'd be super proud of that. Not gonna lie. Like, yeah, I did it. What about it? I'll do it again.
So it's 9:04. How are you guys doing on time? I want to make sure that I don't because I've still got a bit of content, right?
I gotta bounce.
Okay. How are you
Yeah,
guys
I
doing?
I mean, can you wrap it up pretty quick? Or
No, actually. I've got
Holy shit.
27. Grizzly says.
I was gonna say I blame the bit wars.
Right? I'm not mad about it at all. But I've got 27 more pages of content.
Holy shit! Yeah, I gotta call.
Yeah, we made it to 29 out of 57. It's been a good goddamn episode. This just means I don't have to do less. I have to do less work on Thursday.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't save it.
All right, chat. How are you guys doing on this evening? It's 9:05, right? We did pretty far.
Yeah, Jesus.
Exactly. And you know what? I was done with this episode by 3 o'clock. I'm usually working on this shit till right before I fucking call you guys, right?
Damn, yeah.
Yeah. The news was gold today. Everything worked out super well. Jordan Better says I ain't going to bed anytime soon. I know, but the show's got us. We got to keep a format. We're usually a 2-hour show. If we start doing too much, and we start losing off some of the the hosts, then it starts. Yeah, I don't think Wes and I can carry it after this spectacular episode today, right?
I mean, I did win the bid war.
Yes.
So.
All right, so we're probably gonna call it there, everybody. Fucking, how did you guys like today's show?
I had a fucking blast.
Maybe do another
Yeah,
couple
it's
minutes.
awesome.
Always.
How did the fucking? Let me see. Let's see if I can get to the end.
I
of this
only have
thing
one
without-
regret about this show.
There's like bees and stuff. Hold on, the bees.
Oh my god, there's so much good stuff.
Yeah. And then this. One, right? Yeah.
We didn't. Yeah, I love it. We didn't talk about Fallout 76 at all.
Oh yeah.
But that's okay. We can do that next episode.
Yeah.
Thank you, Irony Golem. I appreciate it.
Yeah, agreed.
To this day, I've never yelled something so perfectly in my life before knocking out another human being. So, I'll try.
I did finish that, Grizzly. For those of you who hadn't seen it yet, NoClip did a documentary on the making of Fallout 76, and that is super great for everybody to watch. It answers a lot of questions about Fallout 76 if you're interested in that kind of game. Like, it alleviated all of my fears about the nuclear weapons that they're talking about.
I haven't gotten to that part yet, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really spoil anything, but they're saying it's endgame content, right? So that's when you use the nukes, you have to choose whether or not you nuke that enemy group that you don't like, or you nuke the group of the monster spawner that's been wrecking your base for a week, and turn that monster spawner off and turn it into a high level adventuring zone, which is pretty fucking cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's such a good idea, dude.
Yeah. Also, their idea on PvP is let's just let them go at it and fix it later, which I kind of like, right?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, and announcement for everybody who's watching, we will be making a change. I've been thinking about this for about a week and a half now. We're gonna change the way that we do the bits. We won't be accepting anything less than 10 because we get a lot of these guys rolling in here, throwing in 1 or 2 bits just to say something stupid. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, and I mean,
I like it.
Yeah, we're a fun show, not hurting anybody. And as far as I know, our content isn't stupid. So, yeah, most of the, any of the trolls who stick around become regular viewers. So it's good to go. If we just make it so that the feet spammers. Gnarls Blarley, thank you very much. 7-month subscription. Holy shit, coming out of nowhere. Still love that. All right, guys. Watch the BM. That's right.
Yeah, can you watch that? Can you watch the clip on stream?
Yeah, sure.
Because I clipped it perfect.
Here we go. One day it'll load. Hold on. Between
It's only
11:29 and hold on, let me get it here really quick. Between 11:29 and 12:16 p.m. All right, I did say BM, and yes, Andrew Wilson is a little stupid, right? All right, let's find out who we can raid tonight. Let's see.
Burly Gamer's on.
Actually,
Skeptalk's on.
Yeah. I had really a lot of fun in another talk show, which was called the Lazy House. Let's see what they're doing here real quick. They were doing it. Oh, they're playing a game called Crusader Kings. That looks kind of boring. Let's see. Let's find somebody who doesn't have very many viewers. That's doing something fun. There's Davey Havoc. Or we could go find another talk show, because I think that's what we really should do. We should fucking embrace all these talk shows doing stuff.
Ditto.
Yeah. Then one day they'll be their viewers will be all like, "Well, let's see what these guys who rated were doing," right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, seems like it's that, you know, go back and forth here. We are the number 6 talk show, which is pretty cool.
Nice. That's fucking badass, man.
Yeah, especially since the talk shows have been getting a little bit better recently. A lot of people doing stuff. There's somebody called Godvec. There's the Second Sons. There's some guys recording an episode of something. Defective Discourse featuring Asteros Kokonos. Mental Health and Gaming. There's the Nerd Cave show. That sounds good. Let's check out what these guys are doing. Hold on. I'm just going to put them up on screen here real quick. Why is my fucking Chrome going so crazy? All right, so this is the Nerd Cave.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is coming out. Holy crap cow. Like, literally every character ever.
I'm interested in somebody who says holy crap cow. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I like it.
All right.
Sure.
All right. Let's head over there real quick. All right, everybody. Thank you guys for joining. It's been a great night.
Yes,
We're going to go raid the Nerd Cave show. And join us next Thursday as we continue this amazing episode. I'll put in more content too, but yeah. But yeah, we did really good today, I think.
Yeah.
And I mean, not to look fucking, you know, cheese my own wheel too hard. Our numbers were up there at some points. It was pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Irony Golem, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Illuminati, taking over the world one follow at a time. On the way out with the raid. Excellent follow time.
Hell yeah.
Also, we got an applause from somebody that I'm probably not going to have time to thank. Thank you very much, whoever it was. Sorry about that.
Not everybody.
It was me. It was always me.
Now you can kind of all do your own thing. You can even link up multiple switches, like 2.
Let me turn this off for you guys. There we go.
And
all right.
you can move them around, and the screens will adjust.
All right. Well, I got to go crap real bad, so I'm gonna do
Don't
that.
poop on anybody.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys very much for joining. It was super fun.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Later.
I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Doses.
And then everybody can work wherever they're at and just like do, so they can kind of do their thing. That's cool. When I saw that, I flipped my lid. I was watching that.
Yeah, I saw that and I was just like, that's impressive. I was totally thrown off.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torna. Isn't the Golden Country, is that DLC for the first one, or is that a whole new game? I can't remember.
I think that was a whole game. I didn't read much into that one.
And Hollow Knight, which looks pretty neat.
Yeah.
All right, so
Now-
big nasty beast.
Oh, before we get into that, Nintendo Switch is rumored. This is a rumor.
Oh yeah.
Likely to get Netflix and YouTube after all because Best Buy accidentally leaked it on their website.
Well,
Whoopsie.
it got
They
put there
put
and
it
promptly
online.
taken down after people found it.
Took off the net. Don't look in your cash. I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have sung that. Oops. Oops, she did. I did it. And
Yeah.
he hates it. That's why I did it.
Yeah,
actually.
true. Yeah, there you go. But
I
yeah,
just
no,
did
it
it.
is
Yeah,
it
it's
is a
gonna be
rumor.
exciting.
But yeah, it's a rumor,
And Nintendo has not confirmed it, and there's actually still talks that it may not be true, but it's the fact that Best Buy put it on their website.
why would Best Buy put the pop-up there if they didn't have it? In the
And you
first
know
place?
they're
They're
tr-
not just gonna make it up, y'all.
No, so there's a good chance.
I mean, they did it on the Wii U. They did it, on all the other previous consoles. They just said they weren't going to do it on the Switch. So, I personally don't care if they do or don't. I've got enough devices. I really don't need it. I'd rather keep it as a
also the
dedicated
fact
console.
that it's also the fact that Hulu's been on the Switch since
Yeah.
November. So
Yeah.
let's get a little bit more
So,
competition there.
I'm not really tripping. It's interesting, but we just wanted to get that out of the way.
Yes.
So today, and I've already done this. I've already taken advantage of it. Fortnite is out for free on the Switch. So we downloaded it. We were actually playing with my Xbox Live with the PC and my phone playing in a game.
That rocks.
There is cross-platform
Yes.
support with the exception of
So that means
Sony.
the beard can play play against you guys.
with me.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I can beat the crap out of the beard, or we can play co-op.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 50v50.
I think the beard is up for a challenge.
2v2, yeah.
But there's going to be some limitations to that.
Yeah, PS4 there's no cross-platform support with Sony. They've said no.
Oh, man.
Why? I don't understand.
Because
Sony,
they
get
see it as
together.
competition.
Why? Like
Why?
you're still. I mean,
Like,
I will say
That
this.
is
I'm gonna
just-
say this. I'm gonna say this. Out of all of them, it looks the best on the PS4. I'm not gonna lie. I have it on all the platforms. It looks the best on the PS4. It looks
'Cause-
smooth. It looks clean.
Yes.
Probably because the servers aren't as taxed.
And there's a or I don't know if I'll put it up there. But yeah, if you try to sync an Xbox Live account to a PSN connected Epic one, you will get a message that's saying, no, this isn't going to work. You need to create a new account.
I will tell you though, there is a workaround. Specifically, link it to your Epic account,
Yes.
and you can.
If you
use
start from the source.
all the things that all your dances, all your games,
Do all the
all
things.
that you bought through, but it doesn't work on the Wii for some reason. Oh no, it does. It does. Sorry, I was wrong.
And basically, the reason why Sony, Sony's they gave it a poor excuse, but they see it as a current lead in the console race as a competitive advantage to exploit. That's essentially what it is. It's control.
Whatever. It's stupid, Sony. It's
It really
stupid.
is. This is where I'm gonna go, dude. Boo on you.
You're full of crap. That's what I'm gonna say.
Blech.
So apparently, like Chance the Rapper of all people said that this was gonna happen. Like, I guess that he had
Okay.
room. Dude, how did this boy get this information?
I
I'm just
don't
saying.
know.
Apparently, he was right.
His chance
But yeah, so I actually tested this out with my family today, and you can cross-platform.
Yeah.
But Sony, you need to get on the ball, y'all.
Yeah,
They're not going
Uh,
to. They're not going to.
Don't be
They've
sore
always been
losers.
stubborn. I mean, they just
Oh yeah, you can also play with the Mac versions as well.
exactly.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I'm actually
Yeah.
this may get me into playing Fortnite a little bit more.
I suck at Fortnite.
Me too.
I just love running
I'll
around
do it.
and nerfing people. I do,
It's
or just
fun.
running. I
'Cause you're a
suck.
jerk.
I had a lot of fun running around getting killed.
Yeah, you really
The
did.
beard
get
loved the
killed.
pickaxe.
Did you have any kills when you played?
None.
No,
It's okay.
that's right. You had none.
I had none.
You had
The beard
none?
does not kill. The beard just.
I can
The
get a
beard
few.
maims, not kills.
I
can
If you
get a
take
few.
one
I can
out,
get a
you're
few.
just short one enemy.
Um,
If you injure one, then
Did you talk
four or five.
about for Super Smash Brothers Ultimate that Metroid's Ridley was going to be in there?
No, I had.
Yeah, that's another one that's going to be in there.
How can you?
Uh,
I mean, seriously.
Let's see here. Echo
me
Fighter,
see.
Daisy, female versions of Pikachu,
Wow.
and Pokemon trainers.
Cloud.
yeah.
Let me see. Who else? Snake, as I mentioned before. Young Link has only appeared once, but he's coming back.
I had a bunch of people.
Star Wolf is coming back. Link's. Some of the characters, by the way, are undergoing mechanical changes and balances.
Yeah.
Like Link's bombs are now going to be remotely detonated, which is nice.
Yeah.
Woo! Finally, that just makes the most sense.
Yeah.
It's about darn time. All final Smash moves are going to have more immediate effects. And those who had long-lasting transformations like Bowser and Little Mac are going to have harder hitting versions, but they're not going to last as long.
Okay.
Some are going to have cosmetic adjustments. The Wii Sports Trainer is going to have a new face for some reason. Updated graphics, I guess. The Inking Girl or Boy from the Splatoon series, Ridley from the arch enemy of Samus from the Metroid series is going to be there.
Nice.
Like I said, I'm stoked the Bayonetta's going to be there. I love the fact that
she
they
was
always...
the funnest to play as.
Oh, my daughter loves her. It was so funny. She used to try and do the moves. I'm like, baby, don't do that. Please don't try and
She
mimic
flex
her
the
moves.
rules, so
Please don't try and pole dance in my living room. A 5-year-old should not try to do that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, they also talked about they're going to bring some zones back.
Oh, nice.
Princess Peach's Castle is coming back. Spirit Train and the Green Hill Zone.
Oh, the Green
Those are
Hills
coming
Zone.
back.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a Breath of the Wild inspired stage. Great Plateau Tower. Rented Lips.
Great Plateau Tower.
Daemon X Machina is coming out as well. That is a new Switch game. So basically the premise of this game is giant mechs are going to battle it out for supremacy. It's a mech game.
Like a blast.
Mech fighting game. Gotta love it.
Ooh, can I mention one?
Big fighting robots.
Is it an E3 release?
Yes, E3 release and a look. So this is an indie game that probably not a lot of people got to look at. It's going to be for PC. From Shredworks, it is called Sable. It is a very beautiful looking, basically it looks like you're in the apocalypse and you get to ride this cool vehicle to some awesome indie Japanese music. And it looks like something inspired, have you ever seen Journey? It looks like a cell-shaded version of that, except that you're in the apocalypse and it's going to be open world. And it just looks... See, I like those indie games that probably don't do as much, maybe not as good as the... like the AAA titles, but it looks amazing, and it's a different type of game, and I like that. I like getting away from the AAA titles. I love the AAA titles, but I like
But it's
something...
nice to see what else is out there. Maybe
Exactly.
it's
Yeah.
not quite as known.
Oh, and Guacamelee 2 is coming out. Oh my god. So this is like a throwback to side-scrollers, slightly modernized. You are a luchador.
A luchador?
Yeah. And
Oh, that's a like one.
oh my god,
You're a
no,
luchador
it's so
and
funny.
the game is called Guacamelee.
Guacamelee.
That's right,
And you
I
can
saw
transform
that.
into like a chicken.
Okay,
you
I'm
can
half
do all kinds
Mexican,
of crazy stuff.
and I find that hilarious.
It is
It's
so
awesome. Go check the
funny.
video on it.
I'm
That's going to
Dude,
be a
you
great
can come
game.
over to my house and
Guacamelee.
play it. I love this game. It's
Alright.
so freaking hard.
Whoever
There-
liked Mucha Lucha as a kid.
Dude, no, it honestly is one of the funniest flippin' games
I like the flea.
that I've ever played in my life, and the story, like the character interactions are just ridiculous. I cannot wait for the second one. I've mentioned it before on the show, but like since we're talking about like new games and stuff and like slightly indie games, I really think that one it deserves an honorable mention because it is extremely pleasurable, dude. I had so much fun playing that game, and I'm really excited.
There's one other game I'm going to talk about, and this one's a strange one.
Ooh,
And
boy.
because somebody else mentioned it, and I can't remember. I think it was part of our participation generation. You had mentioned it.
Oh,
Man-Eater.
Man-Eater.
This
Yeah.
one's an interesting game. Go check out the video. I guess you could play as a shark,
A shark.
and you're going
Awesome.
after people you're basically trying to eat boats and people on the beach.
Oh, sweet.
It's
Nice.
just out there enough where I'm like, I have to at least play it once. I really do. It's gonna be one of those I can't stop myself from not playing it.
I've always
It looks
wanted
like
to be a shark.
Yeah, you can choose from different sharks and stuff like that. So I mean, that would look really interesting.
Well, there
Yeah,
you go.
there's a lot, and I think we got through the vast majority of the list. There
Yeah.
is so much. Like I said,
There's
for the
so
complete
much.
list, go to nerdcaveshow.com. You'll see
Yeah,
the
we have
E3.
so many videos posted with a lot of footage.
I've tried to capture all of the press releases and all of the actual releases for each of the videos or for each of the games. Links on YouTube, so you can go through. If you missed any of them, go check them out. There's a lot of really amazing games coming out. There's a lot more E3 coverage. I'm gonna try to keep track of it, and I'll try to update that page. If not, I'll create some. I'll generate a new one. But there's just E3 is.
We're
got
gonna
us
be so
buzzing.
broke.
Exactly. No ramen noodle
We're
diet.
gonna be
for
broker
life.
than we are
What's
right
worse
now.
is my-
I'm gonna have to start growing my own grain to just
Yeah.
like make my own noodle.
All right, I tell you what.
Yeah.
I'll start growing the vegetables at my place. You guys each
Oh,
start
Supermarket
growing
Boy.
things.
No, Super Tech Boy mentioned Maneater.
Oh, Super
Oh,
thank you. Sorry, one of
Thank
the
you.
right person. So.
Dude, you are rad. I really like you.
The flea spleen. Yeah, that was pretty great.
I've seen some,
Participation
like, I
generation.
have an amazing server room at my work, and I've seen some crazy stuff, but a box fan on top of a server rack is just new to me. My God, how in a,
Well, okay.
just, I can't get over that. What was the justification for that? Let us know in your comments, please. Like,
The
or
problem
feel
is-
free to send us a message and let us know what their justification was.
They probably couldn't get adequate airflow to the components, and some of the components didn't have adequate heating. And if you threw a fan on it, it cooled down enough.
But
And
just,
some of that stuff,
just
some of the
why?
stuff is
I
old
know.
equipment you can't just directly replace. You're trying to keep old equipment running,
oh, believe
or they
me,
just
where I
the
work,
management just didn't want to do the AC correctly.
that's probably it. But feel free to let us know. We've probably blabbered on enough.
Oh, yeah.
We have.
Just
We've ran a little bit
Yeah,
long
and I have
For
definitely
good reason.
Yeah, for darn
For
good reason,
good,
dude.
good
I like
reason.
talked your ear off today on purpose.
Oh, we've been
I
blowing
love
each
to
other.
make you shut up.
Yes, we're like, look at
I don't want to.
You know.
You can say all you want. I'm going back to my world.
Of course.
Oh God, here we go.
Have
with
fun.
this.
And this is how we get rid of him.
Oh, ooh.
Perfect.
I don't see you. You're not there.
Bye.
So we're here every Tuesday about 8-ish.
Ish. Heavy on the
Heavy
ish.
on the ish. Thanks for checking us out. If you liked it, tell a friend. Subscribe, notify, blah blah blah.
Check us on the website,
Check us on the
nerdcaveshow.com.
website. Yeah, nerdcaveshow.com.
We are on Facebook, YouTube, and
Instagram.
Twitch. Instagram. Go to the webpage.
Everything
You will
at
see
Nerd Cave
everything.
Show.
You'll see us linked on. All the links are there on the webpage. You can click to your heart's desire or our heart's. Pick one.
Double
okay.
click, diddle
Desire
your
someone's
spittle,
heart,
do all
please.
the things and love it. Anyway, we want to thank you. As always, I am your co-host, the lovely quintessential Steph Box.
I am the happy in VR audio crazy.
I am the Lady Duke.
And I am, as always, the beard. Gary needs no credit.
Yes, Gary needs
Yes,
credit.
Gary does.
None. All right, folks.
Anyway,
we had a
we
lot
are
of fun.
The Nerd
Thank
Cave
everybody.
Show. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you
It was
next week.
great.
Love you
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
See you next week.
See you later.
You are such a jerk.